So we're going to work through some more problems for you. So this one we're going to be using the formula at the top, which says that you need 3 moles of hydrogen gas for 1 mole of nitrogen gas to produce 2 moles of ammonia. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So the question again says, how many moles, underline this, how many moles of ammonia would be produced by reacting 6 moles of hydrogen with the nitrogen? Now, they're not telling us anything about the nitrogen, so we really don't need it. What they're telling us is we have 6 moles of hydrogen gas. We want to know how many moles of ammonia is that going to produce. So let's just go ahead and write that down. So we're given 6 moles of hydrogen gas, and the question is, how many moles of ammonia is that going to produce? So again, we're going to do just like what we did earlier. Let's pull this on up a little closer. We're going to start again with our given. So we're starting with our 6 moles of hydrogen gas. We're going to moles of ammonia. So remember the rule was that your given is going to go in your denominator again so that those will cancel. And I'm going to moles of ammonia. Now, the next thing I need to do is, again, get my coefficients and put in front. So I just come up here to the top. I find my ammonia. Here it is. There's a 2 in front. I find my moles of hydrogen gas. There's a 3 in front. Okay? And the rest is just to do your computation. Now, again, you can do some reducing if you want to, or just multiply across. 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times, that's a 1. If you want to put anything there, it would be a 1, but you don't even need anything there. So anytime there's an empty box, consider that the 1. And so in this case, we've got 4 moles of the ammonia. Bring this back up so we can see the whole problem. Okay, so again, what it said was how many moles of ammonia if I'm given 6 moles of the hydrogen gas. So I start with the 6 moles. This is my given. Okay. I multiply all the time by the mole ratio. And if you need to, I don't know if you want to put something that the given is on the bottom and your need is on the top, however you want to do that. Okay, this is what I need, and that's what I'm given. Again, and then that's going to give you the moles of what you need. Okay, so maybe we can even put moles of given. Okay, moles of given times your mole ratio is the moles that you need. Okay, let's try another one then. This one. It says that if 32.4 grams of the nitrogen gas is reacted with hydrogen, how many moles of ammonia are formed? Again, in this case, we don't need to know anything about the hydrogen gas. They don't give us anything about it. So we're going to write down what we're looking for. 32.4 grams of nitrogen gas gives us how many moles of ammonia. Now, this is going to throw a kink in it because this one gives us grams now. And remember, we want moles. So this is going to add us another step to it. Okay? So the first thing that we're going to need to do is take our grams of our given, okay, and change it to moles of given. Okay, so that's going to be our first step. So we're going to need to take the 32.4 grams of nitrogen and we're going to change it to moles. Now remember, to go from grams to moles, we got to use our molar mass. So 1 mole of nitrogen. And again, so we got 2 nitrogens. Nitrogen is 14.01 times 2. It's going to give us 28.02 grams of nitrogen. Okay? So again, molar mass. If you need to write that down, this is molar mass. Okay? So right now, I'm at the moles. So I now have moles given. Look here, now I'm back to that step there. So I need to do my mole ratio. Okay? So I start with what I'm looking for, or what I'm given, which is moles of nitrogen. I'm looking for moles of ammonia. Okay? So I go back to my problem. Okay? I go back up here to my problem. So moles of ammonia. Okay? That's the 2. Moles of nitrogen. Okay, there's not a number there, so remember that's an understood 1. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. And I'm looking for moles of ammonia, and there we have it. That's all I need. Okay, guess I made my line a little long. Okay, put an equal sign there. So again, I'm going to go through and I'm going to multiply my numerators. So 32.4 times 2, 62.8. I can do that in my head. Moles of ammonia, okay, because that's my only label I have. 28.02 times 1. Okay, and then I'm going to divide that out on my calculator. So putting that in my calculator, I get 2.241, which we have 3 digits, so 2.24 moles of ammonia. Okay, please double check my calculations and so forth on that. Okay, for right now, we are going to skip number 3 on this page because we have not done liter conversions, and we'll probably come back in and do those. Also number 4 again because it is working with liters. And so number 5 is going to be our final one that we're going to do, and it is a gram to gram conversion. Okay, gram to gram. So it wants to know how many, if I'm given 23.2 grams of hydrogen, how many grams of nitrogen will I need? So again, that's going to add in extra steps because I'm no longer ending with moles. I want to go all the way to grams. So now we're going to have even more steps here. So let's just go through what we're going to have. You're going to write down your grams of your given. So in this case, we're going to have 23.2 grams of hydrogen. I'm going to need to change that to moles. So I am going to do my molar mass of my given. Okay. So in this case, this is hydrogen gas. So 1 mole of hydrogen gas. Now this is H2. So that would be 1.01 times 2. So 2.02 grams. Okay. So now I'm to my moles. So now I'm back up to this problem up here. I've got my moles of given. I'm going to need to do my mole ratio. So I have moles of hydrogen. And my other I'm looking at is my nitrogen. So I have moles of nitrogen. Now I'm going to need to find my values. So I'm going to go back up to the top. Make sure you guys can see this. Moles of nitrogen is 1. Moles of hydrogen are 3. So this is going to be a 1, 2, 3. Be sure you get those in the correct spot. So see how I've canceled here. So now I'm to my moles. So I need to do my mole ratio. Oops, sorry, forgot what I was doing. So now I have my mole ratio. Okay, so here's my steps. My grams given, my molar mass. I just did my mole ratio, and now I need to change it because I want grams of nitrogen, not moles. So again, now I'm going to do a molar mass again, but it's of what I need. Okay, what I need. So I need nitrogen. So 1 mole of nitrogen, again, go to your periodic table. Nitrogen is 14.01. I've got 2 of them, so 28.02. That's going to cancel. The rest is just your math that you're going to do. So we're going to take our 23.2 times 1 times 1 times 28.02. So I get this to be 650.064. So again, I took my 23.2 times 1 times 1, and that's what I got. Now I'm going to do my denominator. So 2.02 times 3 times 1.
Guess what?
I'm recording.
What?
I'm recording a video. So I'll talk to you in just a minute. So the next step is to take your 2.02 times 3, which is 6.06, and then go ahead and divide that out. And we're going to get 107. And we only need 3 digits, so that would be our final answer. Now, again, remember the steps. Grams times molar mass times your mole ratio times the molar mass needed. That's called a gram to gram conversion.